Good evening and welcome to an evening of harmony presented by the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra Organization as a capstone event celebrating our 80 years. I am Louis Scaglione, President and Music Director of the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra Organization, and I thank you for joining us for an evening of reflection, celebration, and hope. Whether you are a student, parent, teacher, alumni, patron, donor, audience member, or one of our many community supporters, we hope you will enjoy this evening's presentation. I am joined tonight by our co-host, PYO and Bravo Brass alumnus and current student at the Juilliard School in Music Performance, Aaron Valmet. Good evening, Aaron.
Good evening. Thank you, Maestro. And welcome to our audience as you join us live from Presser Hall, the historic headquarters and central branch of Settlement Music School. We are grateful for Settlement's support of PYO, not only in allowing us to use this wonderful room this evening, but for their partnership throughout the year in serving Philadelphia's youth with impactful music education. Before we begin this evening's program, we would like to take a moment and recognize Juneteenth. On this day in 1865, Union Major General Gordon Granger and his regiment rode into Galveston, Texas to announce the end of the Civil War and that all slaves were emancipated, an event commemorated by the celebration of Juneteenth across our nation. With all that our society has endured these past several months, and in the spirit of liberty and unity, we hope this special virtual event will bring our greater community together through music. We'd like to now begin our evening of harmony with a performance by Bravo Brass, an ensemble with which I'm proud to be an alumnus. This is Giovanni Gabrielli's Sonata Pian e Forte, under the direction of Paul Bryan.
Thank you, Bravo Brass, for that inspiring performance. Normally, many of you would have joined us for a gala celebration with dinner and performances by our talented students. I would like to thank you, all of you, who so generously contributed to our gala, but unfortunately, the pandemic necessitated that we change our plans and reschedule our gala for June. However, this month brought continued restrictions on large gatherings, and there has been even greater fear and suffering in our community during the past few weeks. As we have been processing the tragic events that have occurred and managing the unrest in our communities, it has been a challenge for many to formulate thoughtful communications and engage in open dialogue. As a result, we at PYO have spent much time reflecting on who we are as an organization and our role in communities across the greater Philadelphia region. An orchestra, at its very essence, is a metaphor for all that we strive for in society. It is a diverse group of individuals existing in harmony together, striving for a common goal of celebrating beauty and unity. We are proud to share these ideals with our students and trust our work is building a better future for our young student musicians and all the lives they, in turn, will ultimately touch. We take tonight to share these reflections with you to celebrate how we have learned and grown over 80 years and to look forward with renewed commitment to a brighter future for our students and our greater community. As we celebrate 80 years of our rich history, we're glad to reflect on where we started and from where we have come. Established in 1939 as the Germantown Youth Orchestra, PYO was founded by a middle school teacher named Ruth Zippler. Adolf Saurian was the orchestra's first conductor during the 1940-1941 season. 2 years later, J.W.F. Lehman was appointed music director and led the orchestra for the next 10 years. The famed annual festival concert series at the Academy of Music, the historic Opera and Concert Hall in Philadelphia and former home of the Philadelphia Orchestra, began in 1947. The orchestra was incorporated in 1948 and changed its name in 1951 to Youth Orchestra of Greater Philadelphia. The orchestra performed locally and grew in size and stature over the years, performing at various venues throughout Philadelphia. In 1952, William Smith became conductor and stepped down in 1954 to become the assistant conductor of the Philadelphia Orchestra. Joseph Primavera, a young violist in the Philadelphia Orchestra and aspiring conductor, succeeded him in 1954, and the PYO achieved international stature during his 51-year tenure. Maestro Primavera would lead the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra through many decades that experienced much change in society. He championed music and music learning at the highest levels. He understood the power of music to effect lasting social change. He always encouraged and many times demanded his students work hard and achieve their potential regardless of their background. He was a great friend and mentor to many. The organization changed its name again in 1982 to the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra. PYO gained international reputation beginning in 1981 through its international concert tours, which have taken PYO to 21 countries on 5 continents. Established in 1996, the Philadelphia Young Artists Orchestra was added under a grant from the Pew Charitable Trust as a companion orchestra to PYO. The following year, I was appointed by Maestro Primavera as PYAO's conductor and associate conductor of PYO. Today, the PYAO is under the direction of Rosalind Irwin and continues its goals of achieving advanced ensemble proficiencies, musical discipline, and performance of advanced orchestra literature.
Once PYAO was added as an ensemble, the organization began to grow exponentially. From there, Bravo Brass, which you heard at the beginning of our program, and one of only 3 unique large brass ensembles for high school students in the country, was founded in 1997 by Paul Bryan and a group of dedicated brass faculty, and then was invited to join the PYO organization in 2003. Maestro Bryan and many of the original faculty still lead Bravo Brass today. In 2007, Philadelphia Region Youth String Music was founded under the co-direction of the late William DePasquale, former co-concertmaster of the Philadelphia Orchestra, and Gloria DePasquale, who currently serves as director and is also a member of the Philadelphia Orchestra. This ensemble, known as PRISM, is a string ensemble program for beginning and intermediate level students. PRISM Young Artists, an ensemble for the youngest beginning level students, is led by Andrea Weber. In 2010, after reflecting on the PYO organization's mission and reach into the Philadelphia community, Maestro Scaglione and the Board of Trustees found themselves in a unique opportunity to better serve students in Philadelphia's neighborhoods. Inspired by El Sistema, a system of music learning for students from impoverished, depressed, or under-resourced communities, and created in Venezuela by the late Jose Antonio Abreu, Tune Up Philly was created to serve students whose schools and communities had limited access to instrumental music learning. Tune Up Philly was formed to provide performance opportunities to showcase Philadelphia's talented youth from under-resourced neighborhoods. Under the direction of Paul Smith and many dedicated teaching artists, we are proud to now serve nearly 200 students at 9 different partner sites, representing over 30 zip codes in the city of Philadelphia. Finally, in 2016, the Philadelphia Young Musicians Orchestra was established under the direction of Kenneth Bean and Associate Director Rachel Siegel to serve beginning and intermediate level students who wish to participate in full symphonic orchestra. The students are challenged to hone their talents for listening, blending, balancing, and making music in the full orchestral context.
With the inclusion of this new orchestra program division, the PYO organization was now a unique and comprehensive community music education program that had the capacity to serve students from first grade through high school, and in many cases through college, thereby offering a comprehensive pathway of orchestral music education. This extensive pathway makes the PYO Music Institute unique among our peer youth orchestra programs across the country. Today, we serve nearly 600 students across our 6 ensemble and program divisions who come from across Philadelphia as well as from a 70-mile radius around the city. As you can see, we stand today on a rich history of excellence in music education. We are delighted to share each of these ensembles with you later tonight in a virtual presentations in celebration of their great work throughout the season. I'd like to now introduce one of our most ardent supporters, the chairman of PYO's Board of Trustees, Jim Mature.
Good evening, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm Jim Mature, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the chairman of the Board of Trustees. Today, we find ourselves at what I hope is an inflection point for our society. It's a time when we must listen to each other, learn from one another, and grow together, united in making necessary changes to ensure justice for all. It has been a very difficult time as we have had to face the challenges of a pandemic and process the tragic events that have occurred in our communities. The Philadelphia Youth Orchestra has been serving young musicians through excellent orchestral music education for 80 years. we have always believed that music education can have a profound role in social change. We're especially aware of our responsibility to our young students during this time. For them, it is a unique opportunity to bring about change through leadership. It is through music that we listen, learn, and work together towards a just society where diversity is celebrated and all can live in harmony. Originally a single orchestral ensemble, the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra has grown over the 80 years into the preeminent and comprehensive youth music program we are today. We have 3 orchestras, a brass ensemble, a large string ensemble, and the transformational Tune-Up Philly program, which serves under-resourced communities, plus an array of other enrichment and performance programs. In short, we have outgrown our name. In fact, we find that many in our community have heard of PYO, but are still unaware that it is anything other than one orchestra. So in order to better capture our broad scope, we are pleased to announce this evening that we have a new name. We are now PYO Music Institute. We feel this is a better fit and allows us to grow and expand into the future. The entire board and dedicated staff assure you that PYO Music Institute is more dedicated than ever to be inclusive and committed to make an even greater contribution to the well-being of our society. In addition to our new name, PYO Music Institute, we have overhauled our brand and our online presence. We have a new logo we're excited about. Here it is. And we have a new website, pyomusic.org. Also, a new social media handle, @PYOMusic. And that's on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Flickr. Please take a moment to visit our updated sites. Share them with your friends, and please give us your feedback. In this and all things, we remain committed to listening, learning, and growing. At this point, let me pause and reflect on something that hasn't changed, our mission. It hasn't wavered, but it has become more relevant and more urgent. PYO uses extraordinary music education through the pursuit of music excellence to inspire a strong sense of character, discipline, commitment, and community for our diverse student population. We continue to offer 6 program divisions to our nearly 600 students, with 3 name updates to clarify the distinct objectives and offerings of each. First, Philadelphia Youth Orchestra, our renowned senior ensemble featuring 130 gifted instrumentalists ranging in age from 15 to 21. This will retain its internationally recognized name. The organization name change eliminates any confusion that comes from having the same name used for both the organization and the ensemble. Next, Philadelphia Young Artists Orchestra, PYAO, our companion ensemble for young musicians from 13 to 18, also retains its well-known name. Next, Young Musicians Debut Orchestra. This is a new name for former Philadelphia Young Musicians Orchestra, our introductory full symphonic orchestra for ages 11 to 17. Next, Bravo Brass, our all-brass ensemble for promising middle and high school instrumentalists, will keep its name. Next, Prism Strings is a new, slightly expanded name for Prism, our large string ensemble for beginning and intermediate musician ages from 6 to 14. And finally, Tune-Up Philly Orchestral Pathways Program. This is an expanded name for our after-school music program focusing on creating community and opportunities for students in underserved Philadelphia neighborhoods. Orchestral Pathways is a bit of a mouthful, but it clearly conveys the goal of the program, which is to provide students with a path to a positive future both musically and personally. Our other programs include the College and Conservatory Audition Prep Program, master classes with members of our distinguished faculty, PYAO Concerto Competition, the Young Composers Competition, and the annual Ovation Awards, which will be awarded in a few minutes. We also support a highly engaged alumni network for past students, so many of whom are extraordinarily successful in music and otherwise. Today, as the PYO Music Institute, we celebrate the life of our community and the role that music can play in uniting people. In a minute, we will celebrate community members and students who have made extraordinary contributions to our community through music. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the staff of the PYO Music Institute, thank you for your support of our mission. Tonight, we hope you enjoy our program and gain a deeper appreciation for this extraordinary music institute.
Thank you, Jim, both for your leadership and for making this exciting announcement. And here's the new banner right in front of us. We are thrilled to continue our mission under this new organizational banner and to further our commitment to seeking equity, diversity, inclusion, and belonging for talented young musicians. The PYO Music Institute represents our future and our commitment to investing in our communities through music education.
We are delighted to introduce a special and longtime friend of the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra, Michael Ludwig, who has a few words to share and a special performance for us this evening.
Good evening, friends and family of the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra. This is Michael Ludwig. I am honored and privileged to have this opportunity to say a few words and share some music with you tonight. My association with the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra began at the age of 12 when I performed the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto with Joseph Primavera and the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra at the Academy of Music. This is the actual program booklet from that concert, May 13th, 1979. About 15 years later, I met Louis Scaglione and thus began a lifelong friendship in which we have celebrated our love of family and music together. I am so grateful to have shared many wonderful musical moments with the students of the PYO over the years, and I look forward to many more to come. I am also very proud that so many of my students are a part of the PYO family. In these troubled times, and they are indeed very troubled, the PYO and its mission is ever more important to our children. There is a desperate urgency to guide our young people through these difficult times, but there is also an extraordinary hope that they will lead the way to better times for our world. I would like to share with you a few words from Martin Seligman that I think are some of the truest, most impactful words that I have ever read. We want more for our children than healthy bodies. We want our children to have lives filled with friendship and love and high deeds. We want them to be eager to learn and be willing to confront challenges. We want our children to be grateful for what they receive from us, but to be proud of their own accomplishments. We want them to grow up with confidence in the future, a love of adventure, a sense of justice, and courage enough to act on that sense of justice. We want them to be resilient in the face of the setbacks and failures that growing up always brings. And when the time comes, we want them to be good parents. Our fondest hope is that the quality of their lives will be better than our own, and our inmost prayer is that our children will have all of our strengths and few of our weaknesses. These are the wishes that my wife Rachel and I have for our beautiful son Jacob, and we share those wishes for all of the students of the PYO as well. Happy 80th anniversary to the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra. Thank you for all the profound good that you do for the young people in our community.
Thank you, Michael, for your kind words and your heartfelt performance, and for your friendship. As one of our most distinguished guest artists, Michael would have joined PYO for our 80th anniversary festival concert in Verizon Hall to play Erich Korngold's Violin Concerto. We hope to reprogram this work for next season. He is just one of many individuals who helps us bring excellence in music performance to our students. There are also many others who ensure we are able to fulfill our mission. Tonight, we recognize 4 individuals and organizations with our Distinguished Service Award. These are people and organizations that have generously supported the PYO Music Institute mission with their time, talents, and treasure. These awards are traditionally given at our annual gala. Since we did not have this opportunity this year, we would like to recognize our Distinguished Service Award recipients this evening.
Our Corporate Distinguished Service Award this year goes to Comcast for their generous support of the PYO Music Institute. Comcast is a tremendous community partner and plays a vital role in hundreds of students accessing free after-school music education through our Tune Up Philly program. We are very grateful for their ongoing support and commitment to the PYO Music Institute.
I am pleased to present Linda Donahoe with our Volunteer Distinguished Service Award. Mrs. Donahoe has 2 daughters in the PYO Music Institute. Camille, who plays the double bass in PYO and is graduating this year, and Simone, who plays the trumpet in PYAO. Attending rehearsals with her daughters, both on Saturdays and Sundays, Mrs. Donahoe is always quick to offer her support and volunteer. She happily and generously helps in the PYO office, behind the patrons' table at concerts, or with any other task asked of her. Congratulations and thank you, Mrs. Donahoe.
PYO's work wouldn't be possible without many foundations who support our mission. Tonight, we are pleased to award the National Recreation Foundation with this year's Foundation Distinguished Service Award. The National Recreation Foundation has been a key supporter of Tune Up Philly, ensuring that students have creative outlets after school through music. We also present this award in memory of Josephine Pina Templeton, who served as a distinguished trustee of the National Recreation Foundation for many years, as did her late husband, Jack Templeton. PYO Music Institute wishes to extend our heartfelt thanks to Sophia Twitchell, Executive Director, and to all of the trustees of the National Recreation Foundation.
And last, but certainly not least, I am delighted to present our individual Distinguished Service Award to Leroy Keene. Mr. Keene is a devoted patron of the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra and of many arts organizations in the city, and it is so good to have him as part of our PYO Music Institute family. His contributions and support of our students are unparalleled. Mr. Keene recently celebrated his 90th birthday. Happy birthday, Leroy. Leroy, as the PYO Music Institute looks forward to another 80 years, we wish you another 90 years. Thank you, Leroy. I am so appreciative of all of our supporters, contributors, patrons, and benefactors, and the work that they make possible through their generosity. Again, thank you to all our Distinguished Service Award recipients. You represent all those who generously support the PYO Music Institute's mission. Thank you. This year, managing all the disruption that the COVID-19 pandemic provided, our work shifted to a virtual platform, but we nevertheless pressed on. Our faculty and staff quickly mobilized to create online classes and rehearsals. I am very grateful for all their hard work and effort. I am also so impressed by the way our students were able to transition from the rehearsal hall to the virtual classroom. Here are additional virtual orchestra projects we would like to share with you, exemplifying the talent and dedication our students continue to give towards their musical progress. We thank the Christian R. and Mary F. Lindback Foundation for their support of the creation of these videos. This is the Philadelphia Young Artists Orchestra's performance of Scheherazade under the direction of Maestra Rosalind Irwin.
What an excellent performance. Thank you, PYAO. Tonight, we'd like to spend a few moments recognizing our seniors and their contributions to PYAO, Bravo Brass, and PYO. Seniors, you have made this organization proud, and we look forward to seeing the beauty, intellect, musicianship, and leadership you will bring into our future endeavors.
Congratulations, seniors. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, we extend a hearty congratulations. We are so proud of all that you do and what you've accomplished. You truly are tomorrow's leaders. We hope that you carry the ideals of PYO Music Institute through all that you do. Every year, we recognize 2 PYO students with the Helen T. Karp Award. This award honors the memory of Helen T. Karp, who served as volunteer and member of the board with intelligence, optimism, and a generous and welcoming spirit for more than 30 years. The recipients of this award demonstrate exceptional effort, reliability, assistance to others, positive attitude, and devotion to the ideals of the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra. This award has been given annually since 1961 and traditionally announced at the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra's annual festival concert. This year, I am honored to present this year's award to Maya Leatherer, double bass, who has been in PYO for 2 years and will attend the Colburn Conservatory of Music to study music performance. Congratulations, Maya. I am also honored to present the Helen T. Karp Award to Emmanuel Mikita Chomsky, pianist who has been with PYO for 5 years and who attended the Oberlin Conservatory of Music and Piano Performance. Congratulations, Emmanuel. Maya and Emmanuel represent the graduating class of 2020 and the dedication this class has had to the ideal of the PYO. Congratulations again, Maya and Emmanuel, and congratulations to the class of 2020. Not knowing he would be selected for the Helen T. Karp Award, I asked Emmanuel if he would share a few reflections on PYO and a short performance with us.
My name is Emmanuel Mikita Chomsky, and I have been the principal keyboardist in PYO for the last 5 years. Music has always been a part of my life, for as long as I can remember. Studying an instrument has taught me focus and discipline as I worked on new and harder pieces. But ensemble work through chamber music and my participation in PYO has also taught me how to be a better communicator. I have learned to listen and also how to express my own ideas. So studying music has helped me develop not just as a musician, but also as a person. Participating in PYO has taught me so much and affected me in so many ways. As an orchestra member, I have learned what it's like to be a part of a larger whole working towards a common goal, and to have the responsibility of contributing my part to the whole. I've also learned to communicate, to listen and adjust to achieve a specific blend of sound, and to communicate through performance with the audience, sharing the beauty and the power of music. Not many pianists get to experience playing in an orchestra like I did in PYO, so I feel very fortunate. Playing in PYO has also cemented my goal of wanting to be a conductor, and of course, I've also made some great friends during my time in PYO. My most memorable experience in PYO was probably playing alongside David Booth at the side-by-side rehearsal with the Philadelphia Orchestra under the baton of Yannick Nézet-Séguin, where we did the Saint-Saëns Organ Symphony. I got a shout-out from him, and I will never forget that. PYO is wonderful. There's nothing like being part of a large ensemble and learning how to hear, listen, and eventually come together to play beautiful music and share that with others. PYO also offers many great opportunities, such as playing in Verizon Hall, the side-by-side rehearsals with the Philadelphia Orchestra, mock auditions and master classes, as well as the WRTI broadcasts. You don't have to be an aspiring pre-professional musician to play in PYO. There are also opportunities for everyone at different levels. Many of my friends started in Prism and have grown up moving through the different orchestras in the organization.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for sharing with us a few thoughts and for such a beautiful performance.
Through Prism Strings, under the direction of Gloria De Pasquale, assisted by Andrea Weber, our youngest musicians begin their ensemble training. Not only are they developing their skills, they are learning to listen, to blend, and to support a larger community. What our students do here at PYO is a model for life, disparate voices blending to achieve shared goals, bringing hope, unity, healing, and peace. What a wonderful performance. Thank you, Prism Strings and Mrs. De Pasquale and Miss Weber.
Aaron, I appreciate what you said earlier about our students learning to support a larger community. PYO Music Institute is also part of a larger community of music education organizations, a collective called the Philadelphia Music Alliance for Youth, or PMA for short. Each of the many organizations in the collective is committed to making music education more accessible and equitable for all students throughout the greater Philadelphia region. Through the PMA Artists Initiative and our collaboration to provide resources like instruments, lessons, college preparedness, and personal mentorship, we are partnering together to support equitable representation and inclusion in the American Symphony Orchestra profession. Here are Helen Eaton, Chief Executive Officer of Settlement Music School, and Najib Wong, Director of the PMA Artists Initiative, to share a few words about PMA.
The Philadelphia Music Alliance for Youth is a collaborative of organizations in the Philadelphia region dedicated to providing music education and performance opportunities to all students. The collaborative started in 2012, and its members share a commitment to improving communities through the regular study of music. Member organizations have formed topic-based working groups that are developing areas of focus and initiatives to expand the impact of its work and that of its member organizations. In 2016, PMA member organizations that provide instrumental music learning created the PMA Artists Initiative. Those member organizations are Musicopia, the Philadelphia Orchestra, Philadelphia Symphonia, Philadelphia Youth Orchestra, Play On Philly, Primavera Fund, Project 440, School District of Philadelphia, Settlement Music School, and Temple University Music Preparatory Division. The PMA Artists Initiative is underwritten by a transformational grant from the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation.
The PMA Artists Initiative supports 5th through 12th graders from communities that are underrepresented on the symphony orchestra stage and those who encounter hardships to pursue their dream of becoming professional classical musicians. Through the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation grant, the PMA Artists Initiative offers students financial support to make lessons, music classes, youth orchestra participation, and summer music camps affordable. Students also have access to free college and career preparation workshops, and PMA teachers and staff work with each family to ensure that each student has a great plan to be accepted into a music conservatory, college, or university music school majoring in music. The PMA Artists Initiative's long-term goal is to increase diversity in America's professional musical landscape, particularly in its orchestras, promoting equity, vibrancy, and sustainability within those organizations and the extraordinary art form they celebrate. the PMA Artist Initiative will eventually change the face of classical music.
Settlement Music School joins all our PMA partners in saluting Philadelphia Youth Orchestra and its 80 years of using the power of music education to effect lasting social change. Philadelphia Youth Orchestra has been an extraordinary community partner to Settlement Music School and the PMA Collective. All of us here at Settlement Music School wish Philadelphia Youth Orchestra and now PYO Music Institute continued success for another 80 years. We look forward to our continued partnership with you as we collectively work to bring impactful, meaningful, and transformational musical experiences to students of all ages. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen and Najib. We are grateful to partner with you as PMA strives to be a model of social equity through music. Let's hear now from one of our PYO students, Miles Bell, who is a member of the PMA Artists Initiative.
Hello, my name is Miles Bell, and I'm a violinist from Westchester, Pennsylvania, and I have been a member of the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra since its 2018-2019 season. When I first joined PYO, I didn't know too many people, and I was pretty shy at first. But as soon as I started playing under Maestro Scaglione and with my fellow musicians, I felt an instant bond. I am so grateful to be a part of a group of musicians who share my passion for music and to be able to play such great music with them. Being in this kind of environment has inspired me to continue to improve as a musician and to strive to be the best musician I can be. One of my favorite memories at PYO was at the Christmas side-by-side with former members of PYO. It was great to be able to learn from such musicians who had been in the same spot as me way back when, and bond with them over such great music. And of course, Santa's visit is one of my favorite PYO Christmas traditions. All in all, PYO is much more than a youth orchestra. I would say it's somewhere where you can make lifelong friends and play some of the best pieces in the literature. Now, I will be playing an excerpt from Debussy's Violin Sonata, which I think really embodies the idea of listening, learning, and growing.
In addition to our work with the PMA Artists Initiative, PYO Music Institute offers financial aid and tuition remission to those families who demonstrate financial need, ensuring that all students can participate in the PYO Music Institute regardless of financial circumstances. I thank so many of you who are watching for your support of our financial aid and tuition remission fund through your generous contributions to our gala or our annual fund.
We'd now like to turn it over to Henry Zhang for a special performance of Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto. Henry won the Philadelphia Young Artists Orchestra's Solo Concerto competition. He would have performed live on Perlman Theater's stage back in May with the PYAO under the direction of Maestro Rosalind Irwin. Henry will now play an excerpt from the first movement of Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto. What a treat, Henry. Thank you for your dedication to excellence and sharing your performance with us. It was quite inspiring.
Music truly does have the power to inspire us. It also has the power to unite and bring healing. Through music, we can bring transformative change to ourselves and to those around us. Within the PYO Music Institute, there's perhaps no better example of using music as a vehicle for social change than our own Tune Up Philly program, which this year celebrates its 10th anniversary under the direction of Paul Smith.
My name is Ashley Vines, and I'm the site supervisor and a teaching artist with Tune Up Philly. It's a joy to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Tune Up Philly, which included exciting performances this past winter, insightful professional development sessions for our dedicated faculty, and our transition to online learning. Staying connected with our students each week provided them with continued high-quality instruction while also providing them a sense of comfort, routine, and a social and creative outlet during these times of isolation. Maintaining our relationship as mentors to our students helped us to lean into our community, make it stronger, and will hopefully propel us into the future where we can be reunited in the classroom and make music again. Thank you for your support of our program.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Paul Smith, Director of Tune Up Philly. To provide context, our program consists of 9 site partners, almost 200 student families per year, and 15 teaching artists who reach over 30 Philly zip codes through a decades-long curated approach. We measure our success by observing our alumni placing into every audition-based organization and arts high school within the city. Our faculty's average tenure within the organization is 4 or more years, providing continuity for our student body. This season expanded programming to 2,500 implementation hours. Assembled linearly, this amounts to 104 complete days of partnership, almost 30% of a calendar year within Tune Up Philly alone. From mid-March, these operations pivoted to virtual settings, fracturing our year, student matriculations, auditions, graduations, a sense of closure, and our annual festival concert. Unprecedented times called for a capstone project that spoke to the moment by refining our model to distance learning and promoting a song of unity, John Legend's Ordinary People. Mr. Legend reminds us to take things slow, embrace our collective humanity, and to prepare our communities to address childhood trauma and working to offset learning loss. As an ongoing capstone, we present our song of unity in Hocket, a Renaissance term for sharing a melody between performers, community through song. This bricolage is a sonic tapestry that supports students where they are, be it instrumental, percussive, or vocal offerings. To learn more about how you can support our student families, please reach out. Thank you for the pleasure of your time and for your support.
We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. 'Cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. All this time will take it slow. Take it slow. All this time will take it slow.
Thank you, Tune Up Philly, for the reminder that we are all just ordinary people, and we're in this together. Through Tune Up Philly and its growth from 1 site partner in 2010 to 9 partners throughout the city, we are able to serve nearly 200 students with transformative music education. We have seen what a powerful unifying force music can be, and as the new PYO Music Institute, we are resolved to deepening our investment in students and our community and using music to bring healing and growth.
Well, I know we're all ordinary people, but some, like our music educators, are extraordinary. Through our annual Ovation Award, we look for music educators who truly are extraordinary and who have made significant impacts on the lives of their students. This year, we had 10 finalists who you can read about on our website at pyomusic.org. I'd like to thank Deborah Lou Harder, midday classical host and host of Saturday Morning Classical Coffee House at WRTI 90.1, Christine Wachowski, nonprofit consultant, and Dennis Creedon, former assistant superintendent of the School District of Philadelphia, for their time and dedication in serving as this year's Ovation Award review panel. And now I am happy to turn it over to Kevin Gordon, the afternoon classical host at WRTI 90.1, to announce this year's finalists and recipient of the 7th Annual Ovation Award.
Hello, I'm Kevin Gordon of WRTI 90.1. It's my honor to announce the 10 finalists of the 7th Annual PYO Music Institute Ovation Award. Through this award, we recognize excellence and dedication in music education and celebrate teachers who not only share knowledge, but also help to build students' character, self-confidence, and capabilities, impacting their overall development and achievements. Our station is happy to be one of the partners of this award, along with J.W. Pepper, one of the leading sheet music merchants in the world, and Jacobs Music Company, one of the nation's most prestigious piano merchants and the tri-state region's exclusive representative for new and authentically restored Steinway & Sons pianos. Each year, we ask current and former students to submit a 250-word essay answering this one question: how has your music teacher changed your life? That's a great question. All the finalists had an opportunity to read their nomination essay. They were honored to hear what the students had to say. Each finalist will receive honorariums to support their work from J.W. Pepper and the PYO Music Institute, as well as a plaque provided by Jacobs Music Company. After I mention each finalist, Chris Rinaldi of Jacobs Music Company and Bill Johnson, General Manager of WRTI 90.1, will surprise the Ovation Award winner. And now I'm happy to share with you the finalists of the 2020 Ovation Award. Benjamin Blazer, Gloria De Pasquale, Brian Ewing, Kimberly Fisher, Elizabeth Katarabek, Leah Kim, Susan Ort, Ann Sullivan, Nina Wilkinson, Amy Yang. The credentials of these music teachers are very impressive. Congratulations to each and every one of them. And now, please watch as we announce this year's Ovation Award recipient.
Congratulations, Susan. Out of 10 finalists, you are this year's Ovation Award winner.
Thank you so much. What a surprise. I thought this was just going to be a brief interview, so I'm shocked and I'm so grateful and so happy. Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm Bill Johnson, General Manager of WRTI, and this is Chris Rinaldi, President of Jacobs Music Company, and we are proud to be partnered with J.W. Pepper in presenting this year's Ovation Award.
Wow. Thank you.
In recognition of the difference you've made with your many students at Myers Elementary School, its choir, and your community choir, we are happy to present to you this year's Ovation Award.
Oh.
Susan has received more nominations than any other award recipient in the history. She's done an extraordinary job serving her school, serving the community, and we are so pleased and proud to surprise her with this award.
Thank you so much. You're going to make me cry. This has been just such a joy, and to read all of the nominations and all the statements that people made, it just filled me up, so I can't thank you enough.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the many people that nominated you?
I just want to say I love you. I want to say thank you. It was the biggest surprise of my life, and it really put a beautiful last flower in the bouquet of my career. And I want to thank you all, and I love you all. Thank you.
Congratulations, Susan Ort, the 2020 Ovation Award recipient. Thank you to everyone for being a part of this evening's recognition.
On behalf of all of us here at the PYO Music Institute, we would like to congratulate Susan Ort on being named this year's Ovation Award recipient. Susan is a person who has dedicated her life's work to the teaching of music. She is an inspiration to so many people she has affected through music.
As we continue with our virtual orchestra performances, please enjoy the Washington Post March by John Philip Sousa, performed by the ensemble now known as our Young Musicians Debut Orchestra, under the direction of Maestro Kenneth Bean and assisted by Rachel Siegel. Thank you, Maestro Bean, and the students of the Young Musicians Debut Orchestra. I just love that music crosses so many boundaries. We've seen through this time of social distancing that it can cross over technical boundaries, but more importantly, it can bridge communities, languages, and ethnicities. What a beautiful thing it is to be united through music. One student in PYO, Leo Wang, says it perfectly.
Hi, my name is Leah Wong, and I play the violin. I've been in the PYO organization for 5 years now. I joined PYO last year as a freshman, and this past season I was assistant concertmaster. But before that, I started in the Young Artists Orchestra under Maestro Irwin when I was in 6th grade. I started studying piano when I was 4 and violin when I was 6, and I have 2 older sisters who play the violin as well. So music has been a part of my life for basically as long as I can remember. Music is an incredible thing for me because it's a creative outlet for, all the unpredictability that life serves up every single day. It's sort of that one constant, and it's there for me to take my frustrations out and really to feel on a deeper level, as cheesy as that sounds. I was asked to choose a favorite memory from my time here, and really any rehearsal or concert would do, but one thing that comes to mind, this season we performed with Lisa Fisher and Francesca De Pasquale, who are certainly very different performers, but both of them were spectacular, and I really enjoyed watching and learning from them. My participation in PYO has just been something that consistently brings me joy. I mean, the people in this organization, the students and the staff, are all just so kind and smart and talented in all different ways. One thing I especially love about the orchestra is the camaraderie, and more than just the high caliber of music making and the incredible guests, the people in the orchestra really what get me out of bed at 6 in the morning on a Saturday. I would describe PYO as a place where young people can come to not only cultivate a love for music, but to cultivate lifelong friendships. We're people who are so diverse in our backgrounds and our interests, but we walk into St. Patrick's Hall united by this common appreciation for music.
Tonight I'll be performing a piece called Estrellita, or Little Star, written by Manuel Ponce, a 20th century Mexican composer. This was later arranged for violin by Yasha Heifetz after hearing a local musician perform it in a Mexico City cafe, and it became a favorite encore of his. I think this fits in nicely with our theme of listening, learning, and growing, and I hope you enjoy my performance of Estrellita.
Thank you, Leah, for that very beautiful, beautiful performance. As a final celebration during tonight's program, our senior orchestral ensemble, the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra, along with more than 80 alumni, have recorded a section from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. This is an excerpt from the fourth movement, where the orchestra introduces the theme Beethoven used to set the immortal poem Ode to Joy, written by Friedrich Schiller. Both Beethoven and Schiller embraced the ideas of the Enlightenment that extol all that was good about the human spirit. Beethoven's symphony carries a message of hope and optimism for all humankind. Above all, Beethoven understood, identified with, and captured Schiller's ideal of a universal love. Musicologist Brent von Heisler said that the ninth is the bond that unites all people. It establishes a correlation between individual happiness and the perfection of society, and it attempts to change everything and create a paradise on earth. Music historian Edward Downe puts it best: the Ninth Symphony is one of the greatest achievements of the human spirit. It stands taller, strides longer, reaches higher towards the infinite than anything remotely like it. If we stop sharing in Beethoven's hope for utopia or cease believing in humanity's potential for greatness, we are left with little recourse against the tragedies facing our society. When I programmed Beethoven's Ninth Symphony for the end of this current season, I did not know how appropriate this hymn to freedom, joy, and humanity would be. We need these values now more than ever, and music can help unite us in those values that inspire unity in our society. Thank you for joining us this evening. If you'd like more information about the PYO Music Institute, information concerning auditions for the 2020-21 season, or information on the various ways you can support our mission, please visit us on our website at pyomusic.org. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, our Chairman Jim Matur, our faculty, staff, students, and families, thank you for your ongoing and unwavering support of the PYO Music Institute and its mission. Thank you, Aaron, for joining me this evening. You are one of our most distinguished alumni, and it has been a great honor for me to share the stage with you once again.
Likewise, Maestro. It's been an honor for me to be here. Thank you again to all of you who are joining us this evening.
And now, please enjoy the Philadelphia Youth Orchestra and many of our alumni in a performance of Ode to Joy from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Thank you for tuning in to PYO Music Institute's An Evening of Harmony. We look forward to listening, learning, and growing together with you throughout PYO Music Institute's next 80 years. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.